why pH is not more than 14. So the relationship between pH and its logarithmic scale. So this is the lecture for students who know some basic idea about pH, that how it is measured and who have laboratory experience of measuring the pH, but doesn't know the basics of that pH and the theoretical concepts behind it. So in this lecture I am going to answer you, why does the pH value does not exceed 14, why that value of 14 is fixed to this pH. So before going into this pH, we should know what you mean by acid and what you mean by base, which contributes to the pH values. So this pH scale is measured between 0 to 14 and it is measured on logarithmic scale. Okay, so that gets bigger or smaller by 10x values. Later on we will see why this logarithmic scale is used in pH scale. So it is measured between 0 to 14. So acid, what do you mean by acid? So an acid has a property that donates H plus ions when added to aqueous solutions. So regarding this pH, the concept of pH comes in only in the solutions. What do you mean by solution? A solute plus solvent that gives rise to a solution. Okay, and basically whenever you measure pH, the solvent, most of it would be the universal solvent, which is none other than water. And in case of acid, so it donates H plus ions to the aqueous solutions. That means an acid dissolved in water, it donates H plus ions in water. So that donates H plus ions. So the values ranges between 0 to 6.9 for acids. And further we categorize this into weaker acids and stronger acids. If it is near to the neutral value, that is, what do you mean by neutral value? If the pH is 7, it means that it is a pure water which has equal H plus ions and OH minus ions. So that's what we call the neutral pH, where the pH value is 7. But if it decreases below 7, we consider it as acid. That's why it ranges between 0 to 6.9. And further we categorize into weaker and stronger acids. So weaker acids in the sense it is a diluted acid that is near to this water pH. That means it will be above 4 to 6.9. So that is called weaker acid. If it is below 4 or 3.5, it is considered as a strong acid. So examples are, for a strong acid it would be hydrochloric acid, and for weaker acid the example would be acetic acid. And in the same way for base also. So above the pH of 7, this water pH 7.1 to 14, they are considered as bases. So in bases, what do they contribute? Here they contribute, in acid they contribute H plus ions. So if you split the water molecule, it dissociates into H plus and OH minus ions. So whichever solutions that contributes OH minus ions, they are called as bases. Okay, and in the same way I told you, this is also categorized into weaker bases and stronger bases. So I think it is 7.1 to 9, it is considered as weaker base, and if it is more than 9 or 10, it is considered as a strong base. Strong base, it is examples are sodium hydroxide, and for weak base example when we taken as ammonium hydroxide, like a similar basis. And the last point, distilled water is pH 7 or neutral, and why it is 7. So we are going to discuss about those things. In this lecture we are going to answer two important questions: why pH is measured from 0 to 14, and why we take logarithmic values of H plus and OH minus ions. First of all, let's see why pH is measured from 0 to 14. So the concept of pH comes from acids and bases in aqueous solution. In aqueous solutions means it is nothing but water. So water is the ultimate factor that is playing this pH role. Okay, So first of all, let us write the reaction of water. So H2O gives rise to H plus OH minus ions. So this is the reaction that takes place in water at room temperature. So it neutralizes into H plus and OH minus ions, and it is a reversible reaction. Okay, so this reaction, for any chemical reaction, the position of equilibrium can be measured. So how it is measured? The position of equilibrium of any chemical reaction is measured by its equilibrium constant. So equilibrium constant for any reaction is depicted as A plus B, that gives rise to C plus D, where A and B are reactants and C and D are products. So this should be applied for our water reaction also. Okay, but before going into that, let us write the equation, equilibrium equation constant for this reaction. Okay, so the equilibrium constant is, the notation for equilibrium constant is C D. We do not call simply C and D, we call it as the concentration of reactants C and D. So the square bracket represents concentrations by concentration of A and B, and it is generally noted as concentration of reactants by concentration of products. It can also be mentioned as concentration of molecules that are involved in forward reaction, and divided by concentration of molecules involved in reversible reaction. This is how equilibrium constant is measured in reactants and products. So same thing you apply it for our water also. Here we have given the reactant as water, and the products formed here is H plus and OH minus ions. Equilibrium constant is fixed and characteristic for any given chemical reaction. Okay, so it is fixed and characteristic for any given chemical reaction. So that's why we are calling it as constant. So for our water reaction, so it is measured at, so it is mentioned as 25 degrees Celsius. So we can take maybe 36.9 degrees Celsius also. So only about 1 of every 10 7 molecules in pure water is ionized at any instant. So this is a theoretical concept which was already experimentally proved, that about 1 of every 10 7 molecules in pure water is ionized at any instant. So in a pure water, about 10 power 7 molecules are ionized, whether it can be H plus ions or OH minus ions. So that notation can be written here as K equal, that is equilibrium constant for H plus and OH minus by H2O. What it is? So the products H plus ions and OH minus, concentration of H plus ions and concentration of OH minus ions divided by the reactant, the water molecule. So I told you it is mentioned in pure water. So in pure water, the concentration of this water is 55.5 molar. How you can say that it is 55.5 molar? Let us come back to the molarity of this concentration. We know the molecules formula is H2O, right? So this H2O is dissolved in, say for example, we are not taking it as per unit, we are taking in, for example, with 1 liter. So in 1 liter, how many water molecules are dissolved here? So for a molecule, the gram molecular weight of one molecule would be how much? H2O means, so there are 2 hydrogen ions and 1 oxygen ion. so 2 minus. So this is 2 and this one is 16. So total it gives rise to 18. So 18 is the gram molecular weight of H2O for one molecule. Now we have to calculate it for 1 liter. Okay, so 1 liter means it is nothing but 1000. So gram molecular weight, we can consider that it has 1000 grams. So divide this 1000 by 18 and that gives rise to the value of 55.5 molar. Okay, so in 1 liter there will be 55.5 moles of water molecules will be present. So how do you consider this water molecules in molar? So for example, 1 mole means for any given substance, for each and every 18 gram molecular weight, there will be 6.023 into 10 power 23 molecules will be present. So that is represented as molar here. Okay, we are not taking this 6.023 into 10 power 23, but we are converting it to moles. We call it as 55.5 moles for 1 liter. For 1 ml it will be 18 gram molecular weight, that is 1 mole. Okay, so 1 per unit. So per unit contains how much? 18 gram molecular weight. This is nothing but 1 mole. And for 1000 ml, 1000 grams, it is how much? 55.5 moles. So 1000 by 18, that is 55.5 moles. This is how 55.5 m concentration is given here. So this concentration is very low because of the H plus and OH minus, which is depicted as 1 into 10 power 7. Now we will substitute this 55.5 molar in our equilibrium constant formulae. So Keq is equal to H plus OH minus by, before that we have told it as H2O, concentration of H2O. Now we are representing it as 55.5 molar. Okay, I think you have now understood until this step. Now moving on to the next step, we will just interconvert this into left and right positions. So this will be shifted to here, then it becomes 55.5 molar into equilibrium constant equal to H plus and OH minus, concentration of H plus ions and OH minus ions, and this reaction, this step, this is noted as Kw. And what is Kw? It means ion product of water at 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is the ion product of water. So at 55.5 moles, how much H plus and OH minus ions are ionized? That is called ion product of water. Now this equilibrium constant, it is actually already theoretically measured by electrical conductivity measurements for pure water, and Keq, that is nothing but equilibrium constant value, right? It has its own constant value. So the equilibrium constant value for pure water is, so Keq of water is nothing but 1.8 into 10 power minus 16. Now again we will substitute this value in our before step. That becomes 55.5 m into 1.8 into 10 raised to the power of minus 16 equal to H plus and OH minus ions. Now what we will do, we'll just multiply this 55.5 with this 1.8. okay, 55.5 into 1.8. What will be the value? If you just calculate, we will get the value. Okay, it is roughly, we can take it as 50 into 2 also, but accurately saying, so this value would be 99.9. okay, so 55.5 into 1.8 is 99.9 into 10 to the rise of 10 to the rise to the power of minus 16 equal to H plus and OH minus. Now we can just simply consider this as I said before, that we can just approximate it, and we can take it as 100 into 10 to the power of minus 16. And 100, how we can notate it? 10 raised to the 2 into 10 raised to the minus 16. I think you are getting my point, right? So 100 is nothing but 10 square. 10 square is 100. Now this is plus 2 and this is minus 16. So according to the algebraic conversions, so how will it be converted? Okay, so the powers can be added simply. So a power m, I think you get the a power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. So here a is nothing but 10 and m is nothing but plus 2 and n is nothing but minus 16. So we will do the same. So 10 minus 16 plus 2, and what it will become? 10 minus 14, and now you are getting into the point, right? 10 raised to the power of minus 15, but it should be standardly notated. How it can be notated? In terms of ion product of water. Now we will write it separately. So you can recall that step, 99.9 into 10 power minus 16 here. Now again, now it is changed into single value, that is 1 into 1.0 into 10 power minus 14 molar square, because we have multiplied, right? So that before step we have multiplied this 100 into 10 power minus 16. Now that becomes molar square. And what is the right hand side? H plus ions into OH minus ions, and this is called Kw. Okay, now we are getting this final step. Now, as I told you before, for pure water, this is equally dissociated into H plus and OH minus. That means what? So for pure water, if you split this 10 power minus 14 into 2, what you will get? For this one it will be 10 power minus 7, and for this one you will be 10 power minus 7. Okay, so equal H plus ions and equal OH minus ions. That's what we consider. The pH value of water is 7, and the maximum value of pH can be 14. So the max value is 14. Okay, so that is the ultimate place where an acid or base can be dissolved into a solution. Above this, no other solution can donate H plus or OH minus ions. We are going to see that in practical manner. Now you are getting the equation, the magic value 14 here. Regarding this 10 power minus 7, I can explain you in a mathematical way also. I told you that H plus is equal to OH minus in pure water. Correct? In pure water, they are equally present. So that means what? So H plus can be notated as OH minus, or OH minus can be notated as H plus. So again, we will get the same value. You can see that. So ion product, how can it be written? So now again writing that equation, K equal to H plus into OH minus, right? Now this is simply written as H plus square, because from this step we are considering this OH minus is nothing but H plus. So H plus into H plus square. Concentration of hydrogen ions and their square product. Okay. So regarding this 10 power minus 14, and which is equivalently split into 10 power minus 7 and 10 power minus 7 for H plus and OH minus ions, I told this as ion product. Let me explain how this 10 power minus 7 comes for both H plus and OH minus ions. And in the previous step, in one of the several steps, I have told you that concentration of this H plus ions is equivalent to concentration of OH minus ions under what conditions? In pure water. So they are equivalently present. So if you substitute this equation, ion product equation, the ion product of water is nothing but the product of concentration of H plus ions and OH minus ions. Now I told you that what did I told you? OH minus ions is equivalent to H plus ions in pure water. Therefore we can substitute in place of OH minus ions this H plus ions, which are both are equal. Then what does it become? It becomes both are equal. Then it becomes H concentration of H plus ions, proton ions, square of their concentration. So H plus square. Now if you take a square root of this step, what it will become? Ultimately it becomes, so H plus equal to 2. Now the square is equivalent to the product ion. But if you take square root, this becomes square root of product ion of water. If you take product ion water square root means, what is the value of this product ion of water square value? 1 into 10 power minus 14 m square. How this m square value came here? Because I told you that m square means both H plus and OH minus, their product value is 10 power minus 14. Okay, then so 10 power minus 7m into 10 power minus 7m, that is only 10 power minus 14. So we are adding that m square also. Now what does it become? If you take square root of 1 into 10 power minus 14, that is 10 power minus 14. So 10 power anything in square root for powers, you just have to divide it by 2. For 10 power minus 14, you will divide it by minus only the powers, minus 14 by, so minus 14 by 2, that becomes minus 7. So 10 power minus 7m. And similarly for m square, that 2 is divided by 2, that becomes 1. 1 is nothing but the same value m. So the H plus value is nothing but 10 power minus 7 m. And similarly if you substitute in the other way, if you take H plus here as OH minus ions, this becomes OH minus square, and if you take again square root, you will ultimately get this value only. Okay, this value. OH minus is equal to 10 power minus 7m. Okay, now so regarding these conversions, now these are both are present in equal amounts. That means whenever there is a shift in this increase in concentration or decrease in concentration, there will be a shift in values, but ultimately the value will be 10 power minus 14 only. So these are equivalent, if they are equivalently present, so 10 power minus 7 plus 10 power minus 7, that gives rise to 10 power minus 14. So no more changes. This is the reason the maximum value, it will be 10 power minus 14 only. Now if you tell the H plus ions are increasing, that means pH is decreasing. That means it tends to become acid. It tends to become acid means what does it mean? 10 power minus 7 becomes 10 power minus 6. How this 10 power minus 6 came? So if you add minus 7 with minus plus 1, minus 7 plus 1, then it becomes 10 power minus 6. So 10 power minus 6 means which is bigger, 10 power minus 6 or 10 power minus 7? 10 power minus 6 is bigger. That becomes it more acidic. And in the same way, if you decreasing this value 10 power minus 7, if it becomes tenfold decreased, here it means tenfold increased, here it becomes tenfold decreased. So 10 power fold decreased means 10 power minus 7 minus 1. So it becomes 10 power minus 8. Then 10 power minus 8 means the concentration is decreasing. Then it becomes to become as a base. So OH minus value is becoming increased, 10 power minus 8. Now in the next coming steps, I am going to explain how this 10 power minus 6 and 10 power minus 8 or 10 power minus 7 becomes 6, 7, 8. This is how you measure pH, right? These are known as index values with no units. But these are not index values, these have units. What is units? Molar concentration, 10 power minus 7 m, 10 power minus 6 m, like that. But in case of index, you don't have value, only the representation. Now I am going to explain how this molar concentrations are converted into index value. Next we are going to consider the definition of pH. So the definition of pH is given by the scientist. Which scientist? Søren Sørensen. He is the person who has described the concept of pH. He described in 1909. So he is a Danish biochemist. So he expressed this value of pH in terms of logarithmic scale for identifying H plus concentration. For pH, so pH as well as POH. So this pH will tell you the hydrogen ion concentration present in the solution, and POH will tell you OH minus, so hydroxyl ion concentration in the solution. But we are considering here pH. So pH is nothing but with POH also, only the interconversions. So Søren Sørensen described the pH value. So that's why we are keeping on taking only pH values. Okay, here pH means where this P stands for power. Okay, and this H stands for hydrogen ion concentration. So what does it define? Søren Sørensen defines pH is nothing but a pH of a solution as the negative logarithm of concentration. So negative logarithm of concentration means, so pH equal to, I'll take a darker pen, pH equal to negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. Concentration means the square brackets of which hydrogen ions. So this is how we are donating noting down the pH definition. And now this can be also written in the form of positive logarithmic value. If it is positive logarithmic value, then it can be written like 1 by H plus. Okay, so log 1 by H plus. Now we have already found out this H plus ion value. How much it is? 10 power minus 7, right? So pH is equal to log of 1 by 1 into 10 power minus 7. It is nothing but equivalent to 10 power minus 7. So this can be also noted down in terms of logarithmic expressions as 1 into 10 power 7. So the denominator value, if it is negative, it becomes positive in logarithmic conversions. So again, this can be written in the logarithmic value. So how it can be written? So in terms of logarithmic products, log 1 and multiplication becomes plus. So we have taken common log here, but now we are going to substitute for each this value. Log 1 plus log 10 power 7. So and log 1 is nothing but for any value log 10 to the power of 1 base 1 with the base 10 for 1 means it is 0. And for log 10 power 7 it is nothing but this will become 1, so the value is 7. Okay, anything that rises to the power of 10 in logarithmic value, it is the whole number value. Okay, now 0 plus 7 is nothing but 7. This is where we consider the pH value of water, where the hydrogen ion concentration is 7 in index value. H plus ion here is 7 and it is noted as pH equal to 7. Before I have told you it is H plus, it is 10 power minus 7 m, but I am telling now in the form of pH notation it is 7. How? This conversion. So log into 1 by 10, 1 into 10 power minus 7, again this 1 into 10 power minus 7, if it comes into numerator it becomes 10 power 7. If you split this multiplication as addition in terms of logarithmic value, it is log 1 plus log 10 to the power 7, log 1 value is 0, log 10 power 7 is 7. And if we still continue, so it becomes 0 and 7. So ultimately the pH value, we are getting it as 7. That is the hydrogen ion concentration of water. Similarly for OH minus I also, it will be POH here. It is 7 only. So this is how we are noting pH values in index value. This is called index value which has no unit. If you are writing in concentration, then we will write it as 10 power minus 7. Okay. So for example, if the pH value is 1, how will you note it down? So 10 power minus 7 means 7. If it is 1 means it will be 10 power 1 m. 10 power minus 1 m. Okay. So I will separately write it down here. So if the pH value is equivalent to 1, that is, it means a strong acid. Okay, strong acid. So pH equal to 1 means it has 10 power minus 1 m hydrogen ion concentration. So we can simply write it like this. Okay, and what is this 10 power minus n? It is nothing but, again if you come into denominator, it becomes 1 power 10 1. 1 power 10 1 is nothing but 1 by 10. What is the value of 1 by 10? It is 0.1. So the value is 0.1 molar. So that is the value of pH 1. So 0.1 molar hydrogen ion concentration. So in a strong acid, for example, if you take HCl, in HCl, which if you measure the pH as 1, then it contains 0.1 molar H plus ions in that hydrochloric acid. Okay. Now if you consider the similar example for base, if you take for sodium hydroxide, for example, if the pH value is 14, then how it can be written? 10 power minus 14 m. H plus ion concentration, because we are taking H plus only. Okay. Then H plus concentration. If you write it this into 1 by 10 power 14, and if you write it down, it will come 13 zeros followed by and 1 4. That much. So for pH 1 value, we have 0.1 molar hydrogen ion concentration, which is very high. But if you go for pH value 14, there it becomes very negligible value of hydrogen ion concentration. That means it has only negatable hydrogen ion concentration in sodium hydroxide, where H plus ions are no more present, only traces amount are present here. So this is how you measure. Similarly, POH also, if you convert this into pH, I told that pH plus POH is equal to 14, right? Then if the pH value is 1, then the POH will be 13. That gives rise to 14. If you write in terms of molar concentration, this can be written as 10 power minus 1 m, and this can be written as 10 power minus 13 m. Okay, that is 10 power minus 14 m. Okay, then here what does it denote? This is for example HCl. Here 10 power minus n, 0.1 molar hydrogen ions are present, and OH minus ions are present 0.000, 12 zeros followed by 13. M OH minus are present, very trace amount. This is for HCl. If you calculate for NaOH, the reverse of that, similarly reverse of that, the 10 power minus 1 OH minus will be present, POH, OH minus ions will be present, and 0.00, that 12 zeros followed by 13 m will be H plus ions present. This is how we calculate pH for any solution. Okay. So ultimately I have explained to you here with this mathematical calculations how you get this pH value whenever you take dip a litmus paper in a solution. If you get the values pH 6 or 7, that denotes that much hydrogen ion concentration is present in that solution.